Greetings, Geechlings. Geechin Prime here with my live reaction of Seven Deadly Sins, Chapter 233, Damage. Okay, the death match ends. Can you really call it a death match when presumably neither one of them actually died? Okay, and it's showing both of their sin marks. We got some fan art. Okay, getting back into it now. Hey Merlin, what happened to the dimensional distortion that was covering Camelot? The distortion has already been removed. By wiping out Mariscola's magic, we created, or who created the barrier in the first place, the distortion was dispelled. You know, in a world of magic, you would think that would be a fairly easy enough thing to figure out, considering that she uses magic. Come on, Diane. It's like basics of magic, unless it's like a particular thing that'll last even after the user dies, but usually it's the case. Which means that now we can finally make our way up to Camelot, right? Yes, but with the captain in this condition. And Merlin's just kind of levitating him up. I guess Elizabeth didn't just charge into the cube after all. Merlin, please, let me heal Meliodas, at the very least, just a little bit. If his wounds get healed, he'll attack us on the spot. When that happens, who will be able to stop him? Now, that's true, it is afternoon now. I'll rough him up as many times as it takes. Woo woo. Diane's like, Escanor, the strongest man alive. He can handle anything. What? Huh? Did I say something wrong? Yeah, what's up with that? No, not at all. I was just surprised because you said something so foolish. Isn't that right, Merlin? Wait. Oh, he's regaining his, like, what's the opposite of pride? Like, humility? I guess? You're the one trying to act all tough right now. What are you talking about, Merlin? She just hovers over to him. I just love that she just casually flies. And then she punched him in the back. And everyone's like, what? Oh, and he just fell over. Oh, he was acting all tough. That really took it out of him, didn't it? Escanor? No way! Merlin defeated Escanor with just one punch. This makes perfect sense that he'd be worn out. Escanor, snap out of it. Is Merlin the strongest? And Eileen still has her wings, so is that going to be a permanent thing? I wasn't sure. Interesting that they're not like organic wings, they're like energy wings. Bon, what's wrong? Why don't we go over to where everyone else is? Bon? He's just looking over the bridge. Nothing. I couldn't do anything. Oh yeah, because Meliodas is his best friend and he couldn't do crap. Not a thing at all. Oh, and she goes to comfort him. He will never think that way. Or he would never think that way. Would he, Bon? You did try. But then you got a face full of poison. Wait, what are they? Oh, they've entered the boar's hat. To be perfectly honest, our situation is dire. Yeah, apparently they can't heal him, or otherwise he'll go berserk again, which... Like, does it really explain why he did that? Other than, like, Mariscola kind of, like, feeding off of, like, his repressed emotions and memories and stuff. The damage Escanor suffered is much greater than the captain. Sunshine is an extremely powerful magic. In order to stop the captain, he used far too much power. He's probably burnt up the entire store of energy that he'd built up over all these long years all at once. They could store up power. But that's what makes the captain's condition all the more dangerous. Okay, it's kind of like weird because it's like that last page should have been talking about Meliodas, but no, it was talking about Escanor. Now that something about the structure of this is kind of throwing me off. Now that his emotions have been stolen away by the Demon King, he's regressing to the Meliodas of old. And his cruelty and strength are even greater than they were back then. I guess because he's been training and uh-oh, shit, he woke up. Shock Stinger. Oh, I thought that was him using that move, and I was like, when did he get that kind of an attack? But that was Merlin. Captain! Okay, he's fallen back over. Meliodas! Merlin, stop it. Elizabeth is coming in to try to... Elizabeth, move away from there. I'm going to encase Meliodas in my perfect cube. That won't solve anything. We're in a race against time right now. If we leave him as is, the power of the darkness is mending his wounds. Merlin, please. No. Wait, if they heal his wounds, what does it mean that he'll lose even more of himself, or what? That seems kind of... Or was that just... I don't know. Because they both want to accomplish the same thing. The darkness wants to heal him so they can fight more. And Elizabeth wants to heal him because that's her beau. I don't get it. I'm confused here. No, we need to isolate him immediately. Yeah, that's probably what I would think too. Then lock him in together with, then lock me in together with him. Oh, sis. But what? Are they shocked about her saying that, or what Merlin said? Hang on, Elizabeth. We're not planning to do a lover's double suicide with him, are you? Don't worry about me, Hawk. So then you are... With my power as it is now, I may not be able to stop him if he fully reverts, but I should be able to stop him from progressing there. Fine. Thank you, Merlin. However... Okay, and the cube's gone up. I will be staying by your side to keep watch, just in case the worst should happen. Okay, and everyone else is just kind of like, what do we do now? But now that it's not just the captain and Escanor, but even Merlin and Elizabeth will be away from the front lines, what are we supposed to do now? Yeah, that like cut their forces in half. You will head towards Camelot, just as planned. Our mission as the Seven Deadly Sins is to free Camelot from the control of the Ten Commandments and liberate the power of lions, or the people of lions. Above all else, now that Elizabeth's memories of her past lives are returning, we only have 3 days remaining. We have no time to just stand here and do nothing. During the 2 days left until we reach Camelot, you mean it's going to take 2 more days to reach Camelot, and they'll only have 1 more day of Elizabeth before she dies? Good Lord, talk about cutting it close. Before they reach Camelot, while we wait for Escanor to recover, I will think of a way to return the captain to normal. Of course, it is altogether possible that Zeldris and his demon followers may attack us. So King, Diane, Gauther, you are the only ones we can count on. And Diane's like, you can kind of see in her eyes, I'm worried about Elizabeth. Okay, and they're out on the, top balcony, I guess. King and Diana, the captain and Escanor will get better, right? Compared to the captain who's taken 78% damage, Escanor is at 98% damage. Even if the captain... Oh, wait. For a minute there, I thought that I misidentified, but no, Gauther appeared too. Even if the captain recovers, the likelihood that he'll return to normal is near 0. That's what Merlin believes. Gauther, knock it off. King's trying to either bring the spirits up, or he knows that Diane will just continue to fall into a pit of depression there. But regardless, how slim the chances may be, I'm still praying the captain returns to normal. I thought I was going to say recovers. And no matter what may come, we will protect everyone to the end. Yeah. What is the... Oh. For a minute there, I thought that was a part of King's wing, but no, it's Helbram's helm. Helbram. We'll protect them all, just like you gave yourself in order to protect Diane and me. Okay, and there's a giant cloud storm thing going over. I assume that's supposed to be Camelot. How pitiful. What kind of tree is that? For me, the great Orlandi to have to hide out in a shabby little hole like this. After all, I, born under the mother of chaos, am vampire royalty. Oh yeah, I forget that Orlandi is like with that one side story. I'm so sick of eating flies. You had no problem with it. Didn't even realize you had a mouth there for a second. Well, somebody landed. Yikes. It's a giant patrolling centipede. A giant patrolling... Okay, and that thing has the goofiest ass face. For something that sounds terrifying. And it destroyed the little, like, tree thing that Orlandi was in. And he's just being thrown around. He finally caught his mouth. I can't stand living like this anymore. Oh, Merlin, help me. Oh, how about telling me all you know about that person? Huh? Wait, isn't it Merlin that's the one that captured him that way? Oh. Wait, Arthur appeared. He has Orlandi on his finger. Arthur, going strong, surviving his fierce battle with the demon clan. Has something changed about this man? Well, considering he doesn't have the cat on his head anymore, it's in a, like, I guess that's a pocket in his cloak. The missing Arthur was hidden within Camelot. What he lacks in battle power, he makes up for with hope. To be continued in chapter 234. Door to the Unknown. Okay. And fan art. Overall, okay. I mean, it's just kind of setting up for what might happen later, now that we only have 3 main fighters left. And to be honest, I think Galder is probably the weakest in terms of attack power. He's more of a manipulator, not a, direct damage kind of person. But, yeah, if Zeldris attacks, I don't know if all 3 of them mine could do anything to him. Or even kind of like, hey, shoot you. We don't have time to fight you. I don't know. But, yeah. Any other kinds of demon forces, as long as it's not one of the commandments, I'm sure they could probably deal with it. But, and then find out that there's still 2 days from Camelot, and like, now Elizabeth has gone into her 3 days period where, she'll die. So they'll have 1 day once they get to Camelot before she dies. So that's... I hate these time restraints when it comes to these things. It's like, she could be really valuable, and then bam, 24 hours later she's dead. She's dead, Jim. She's dead. And they can't do anything with Meliodas. Escanor, who... I'm surprised he took more damage, considering he was the one who was still standing, though it was a tough act. And, the boop, and then he fell over, which was kind of funny and then kind of sad, because it's like, well, there's another fighter down the... So, yeah. Overall, good chapter. I mean, it's really setting up things. It's showing what the team is really in a bad spot. Oh, and I didn't even mention Bond. you know, he's obviously not happy that he couldn't do anything in the last few chapters to help his best friend. So that's very sad. Yeah. But overall, it was a good chapter. I'll give it a 4, which is probably the highest I think I've ever given this series, to be honest. Or one of the higher ratings. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, it was a 4, and, you know, sets up the situation, all that, and I've probably said that 1,000 times now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Keechlings, roll out.